Very important. The method of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We can't do a'mal, good deeds, according to our understanding. There's a criteria here. That we have to do the way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us to do. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed us to do. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, Aqimus salah, you establish your salah. Then how do we pray salah? Allah mentioned, Warka'u, you do ruku, wasjudu, do sajda, and qumu lillahi qanitin, stand up. But how do we stand, how do we do ruku, how to go to sajda, everything else? How did they know? How did we know? From Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. From the actions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam prayed salah and said, Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli. You people pray as we have seen me to pray. The way I'm praying salah, this is exactly how you're going to pray salah. Then you are basically fulfilling the commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Aqim salah, you establish salah. That means any action we do, we have to do according to the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, according to the way Allah Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do, according to the way Sahaba ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. So these are our criteria. The actions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or the sayings of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say action and saying of Ashab Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahaba ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. So we go to them, okay, then see how they used to do it, we do things according to this. So it's very important. So if you want to do this, if you want to make our iman solid, remember brothers, right at the beginning I said, success of this world and success of the hereafter. The method, how do we gain? By fixing our iman, by doing good actions. Okay, now how do we do these two? How can we have a solid iman? How can I do actions? The a'mal salihah, according to the way I meant to do. Solution is education. We have to educate ourselves. Without knowledge, you can't do it. Isn't it? Can you do anything without your knowledge? First thing, even if you want to, youngsters here, if you want to buy Lego sets, yes? What do you do first thing? You look at that. What do you follow to make Lego? How do you make Lego? Like cars or Lego? Yeah? Building. How do you do it? Instruction. Yes. You first look at the instruction book. Okay, you open the instruction book. Page 1, step 1. Page 2, step 2. Then 3. Then towards the end, when you follow all the steps, then finally you see whatever the cars, police car, or some ninjas, whatever it is in front of you. So that means you have the Legos here, but you cannot build without the instruction. If you already know how to make it, previous experience, some people can make it without instruction. Oh, I know how to make it. That means first, if you look at back, you used to follow the instruction. Now you got experience. Now you can do it, isn't it? But generally, if you say that, we need instruction to with anything. So how can all the a'mal salihah actions we can do when we have the right knowledge? SubhanAllah, now due to lack of knowledge, my brothers and sisters are listening. Many of our amals not getting right. Our tahara, wudu is not getting right. Our salah is not getting right. Why? Due to lack of knowledge. Sometimes we are thinking, okay, if you do specific way, then it's done. Action is not. Sometimes we are doing unnecessary action as well because of lack of knowledge. We think, oh, we have to do a specific way, otherwise it's not right. If I don't do that way, then it's not right. For example, some people might think, okay, if we don't wash our clothes with Bismillah, then clothes is not clean. So actually, Bismillah is no requirement here. It's sunnah to do any action, you start with Bismillah, that's fine. But it's you can't say, okay, I didn't say Bismillah, that's why, and I wash my clothes now my clothes is not clean. This is we are saying because of lack of knowledge. Sometimes unnecessarily we are doing, sometimes necessary stuff we are missing due to lack of knowledge. That's why it's very important that we educate ourselves, gain knowledge. Especially, mashallah, young brothers are coming to the maktab, older people as well, those who are adult here. Although we learned something maybe a long time ago, we forgot. That's my brothers, we can't neglect that opportunities. Especially if you come to the masjid, make a weekly halaqah somewhere. You sit down here, few brothers together, imams, or we learn something weekly, there's whatever it is. That way you can educate yourself and do we can rectify our iman, we can rectify our amal. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Man amila salihan min dhakarin aw untha wa huwa mu'min falanuhyiyannahu hayatan tayyibah wa lanajziyannahum ajrahum bi ahsani ma kanu ya'malun. Then if you do iman, if you have iman and if you have a'mal salihah, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us the good life, hayatan tayyibah. Sometimes Allah give you hayat tayyibah. You will see this in Bengali as well, okay? Allah hayatuka, hayatu tayyibatan buruka. So this is what hayatan tayyibah is. Good life. What does hayat tayyibah means? What's the definition of good life? Any youngsters gonna say? What's the definition of good life? Let's think, inshallah. I would like to hear something.
Success, good education.
Good education, okay? Anyone else? What do you see as a good life? Come on, brothers, especially maktab kids, Maulana students. Inshallah. Reading Quran is good life. Okay, mashallah. Anyone would like to say voluntarily? Yes?
Praying.
Okay, mashallah.
A good wife.
Good wife is a good life, mashallah. Is that the fact?
The real one.
Real, right?
The real tafsir, actual tafsir.
Mashallah.
Worshiping Allah.
Eh?
Worshiping Allah.
By doing this, you get a good life. What's the definition of good life? What do you see as a good life? Many people will see, okay, mashallah, someone driving BMW, yes, oh, mashallah, a good life. Eh? Or someone got a good wife, then you can say, oh, mashallah, a good wife. Life, that's what Allah said. Eh? And someone got a nice job, good job, it's a good life. But actual good life is when you have a contentment. You are happy with whatever you have. That is good life. If you have good akhlaq, then actually you have a good life. If you have a peace in your heart, then you have good life. Let me give you an example, it will be easy to understand. Imagine, normally, generally, if someone is happy with his life, for whatever reason is could be, the people normally say, oh, he's having a good life. Everything else, well, the things I have mentioned, nice car, nice job, etc., people talk about one specific, oh, he got a nice car. Doesn't say, a good car, that's fine. One aspect. He got good car, but doesn't say good life actually. In reality, some people might say, okay, those who have a narrow understanding, especially young people, they will see one thing means everything. Especially those people who are older, they understand that, okay? There's no one thing to know everything. Here, young people will say, okay, driving nice car doesn't mean it's good life. But when you be older, and you get more experience, you know, okay, good car doesn't mean everything. Or so many other things on the sides, I have to have it, or those are not have good life. So, when people have a good car, then people say, okay, you got good car. If someone got good job, they say, only he got good job. But the reality is, if we have happiness within yourself, then people actually, in reality, will actually have a good life. I'm sure around, yes? If you have happiness, you are happy with your life. A simple understanding. You are happy with your life, that means you have good life. So you understood here? If you are happy with your life, then you have good life. You might not have a car, but you are happy with your life. So you have a good life. Not necessarily you have to have a car to have a good life. Not necessarily you have to have a good job to have a good life. Without jobs, many people have a good life. Yeah? And so many people, they have nice car, nice house, nice wife, nice families, nice job, everything else nice, but he's not happy. Do you think he has a good life? Ask him. Yes, I need to take sleeping tablet to sleep. What are you talking about, good life? There are people like this, my brothers. Yeah? So that means we have to be happy with our life. We have to work on this. Okay, I need to be happy with my life. Then, mashallah, I can say, I have a good life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving the directions, okay? If you have iman, if you have a'mal as-salihah, Allah will grant you with the happy life. The happy life doesn't mean that you have to have everything. You have a contentment with your life. Subhanallah, you will not complain about yourself, about your job. You're not going to complain about your family. You're not going to complain about other people's what they're having. You will be looking at what you have on your plate. You're not going to look at other people's plate. You know what I'm talking about? No, most of the time nowadays, we are unhappy with our own life and we want our life to be like someone else's life. That's the problem nowadays. We see on social media, okay, picture the person standing next to the nice car. You don't know whose car it is, but you are jealous of the person. He's driving this car, okay, look, what am I doing? No, he might be taking the picture in the car or someone else's car and taking picture and putting on social media. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's why it's important that we think about that, then how can we gain contentment in our life? Then inshallah ta'ala we'll have a good life. Think about how can I make my house. So we'll finish the 2 minutes talk inshallah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Allah will give us hayatan tayyiba. Hayatan tayyiba means you'll have a contentment in your life. Subhanallah, you'll be happy. Your family members will be source of your happiness. Your children will be source of your happiness. There are people, they have children, but parents are not happy with their children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make your children such, then you will be happy to be with them. You will be proud of them. So that then you get that happiness. How can this will happen? When we have iman, amal salihah, we will do good actions. We will make that. Think about our children. How can they have right iman? They can have right education. These things will build this environment. And through this, inshallah ta'ala, we'll have a hayatan tayyibah, good life. Also, وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْرَهُم بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. That part Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the hereafter. If you have iman and amal salihah, then as Allah has mentioned, that Allah will give you a hayatan tayyibah, good life in this world. Similarly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant us, will give us Jannah in the hereafter. So inshallah ta'ala, we'll work on this one, that how can I make my life of this world hayatan tayyibah, good life. And Zowa, Iman, Amal Salihah. Also at home, my brothers, we need to work on these few things, okay? Then, how can we make our house home sweet home? Not by putting the frame on the wall and some decoration on the windowsill and etc. The home sweet home. That frame will not do anything. We have to do some legwork. For example, we have to do some ibadah in the house. We pray our sunnah salah at home before we come to the Jamaat. We did some nafal salah at home. Ladies, they pray on time the salah at home. We recite Quran at home. Daily we do like a short reminder amongst our family members. We sit down somewhere and for 5 minutes even, for 2-3 minutes, and get a hadith book, Riyadus Salihin or something like that. And tell your children even, Baba, come on, read 1 or 2 hadiths. You'll see this, daily we should be doing this. At least even start with 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes is fine. Sit down, husband, wife, together, let's read 1 hadith. Sit down with children, read 1 or 2 hadith. That will bring the nur and barakah of hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam into the house. So that way that house will turn into home sweet home. Secondly, the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they mentioned the reciting Quran, reading some salahs at home. And this will also bring barakah in the house. Allah said in the Quran, then, تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَنَزَلَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ الرَّحْمَةُ Rahmah, blessing, sakina, etc. will descend in these places where this remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes place. So if we read this, you act some good deed at home as well. Like we read some salah, tilawat, etc. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send a blessing and peace, tranquility in the house. House meaning on the households. Also, we maintain the adl and insaf at home. Do adl and insaf just with everyone. Even if we have some children, more than one, we don't do like a unfair business at home. Fairly, we deal with everyone fairly. Even husband and wife, sometimes husband should not put too much pressure on wives. Similarly, wife should not be putting too much pressure on husband as well. So that will bring the bad things affecting the house. So, dealing it fairly. Also, we become a good role model for our children, especially those who already we have children. We should be a good role model. If we are praying salah at home, if we pray salah, then our children will pray salah. If it's 100 times, okay, go and pray salah, go and pray salah, go and pray salah. If you don't pray, if I don't pray, how much salah I can expect my children going to pray? That's why we have to be people of action, good role model. Meaning whatever we're going to say, first of all, we should be acting upon these things. Then it will have a very, this will be very effective. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us tawfiq. So the summary of tawfiq, inshallah ta'ala will rectify our iman. Think about how can we improve our iman, how can we improve our amal salihah, etc. And also, how can we make our home sweet home by remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala home, by doing some small halaqah of hadith, ayat, etc. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us tawfiq. Jazakumullahu khairan. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وذنوب والدينا. اللهم رب ارحمنا كما ربياني صغيرا. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنا نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اصلح لنا شأننا كله واجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أعل كلمة الإسلام ولواء المسلمين. اللهم انصر المسلمين المستضعفين في كل بلاد، خصوصا في فلسطين وفي غزة وفي كل مكان يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم انصرهم بنصرك العزيز. اللهم انصرهم بنصرك العزيز. يا الله أرحم الراحمين أكرم الأكرمين. يا الله اغفر للجزائر يا أرحم الراحمين. Allah Arhamar Rahim, grant us goodness of this world and hereafter, Ya Arhamar Rahim. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, akramal akramin, Ya Allah Arhamar Rahimin, you accept today's gathering, Ya Allah. Ya Allah Arhamar Rahimin, put khair and barakat in our life, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ya Allah, grant us Jannatul Firdaus, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, protect us from fire of Jahannam. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, forgive all of us, forgive our parents, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ya Allah Arhamar Rahimin, forgive the whole Ummah who left this world, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ya Allah, have mercy on Muslim Ummah, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ya Allah Arhamar Rahimin, help the Muslim Ummah. Ya Allah, help the Ummah of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in all places in the world, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ya Allah Arhamar Rahimin, help the Muslim of Palestine, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ya Allah Arhamar Rahimin, Allah help them. have mercy on them يا أرحم الراحمين. يا الله أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نجعلك في نحور أعدائك أعداء الإسلام والمسلمين ونعوذ بك من شرورهم. اللهم إنا نسألك من خير ما سألك منه نبيك وحبيبك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذك منه نبيك وحبيبك محمد صلى الله تعالى على خير محمد. جزاك الله.